There's been a lot of discussion about shows like Squid Games and the depiction of violence. In truth, there are plenty more violent shows that people could be watching. So, what is it about shows like Squid Games that really connects with us psychologically? Squid Games brings us familiar childhood games that really taps into our sense of safety, belonging, and security. This is then upturned by incredible acts of brutality that tap into the darker aspects of our psyche that we wouldn't ordinarily access. Jung believes that we're drawn to horror and violence because it resonates with those primordial images stored in our collective unconscious. And similarly, Freud argued that we're drawn to violence and horror and crime because it allows the expression of emotions that are ordinarily repressed by the ego. Let's not forget that physiological response, that rush of adrenaline, that sense of excitement. Who doesn't enjoy that feeling? It's also important to remember that these shows are not just about violence. They depict acts of friendship, of love, of moral dilemmas, things that are familiar and resonate with us all, and can really help us to access our own emotions around those topics and to foster a sense of empathy. It's also been suggested that these shows like Hunger Games and Squid Games are a critique or allegory of capitalism, where the most vulnerable in society are pitted against each other for the enjoyment of elites, and this can resonate with many of us. Should children be watching these shows? Well, we know from social learning theory that witnessing violence can lead to aggressive behaviour in children, but this is not a direct relationship. Plenty of mediating factors like family life and social support. So talk to children who want to watch these shows. Can they lead to any damage? Well, they trigger that stress response, and that elevated adrenaline level and physiological response can really tamper with our sleep. And sleep is one of the most important mood regulators we have. So, children or adults watching, it's really important to ensure that you're sleeping well, because if we're not sleeping, then it will impact everything, our mood, our productivity, and our well being.